Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2. In part 1 I explained that fishing is not about catching, it's about trying to catch. And fishing is characterized by uncertainty and imponderables. This led me to a first definition in a fairly narrow sense, which runs: fishing is the intention and attempt to locate, pursue and catch wild or free-living fish. Now, this definition would have been bang on, say, to 200 years ago. But since then, things have dramatically changed. The world population has increased to 8 billion people, and parallel to this phenomenal growth were equally stunning technological advances. Just think of the fish finder. The fish finder put definitely an end to fish privacy. So today, population pressure and technological advances put an unprecedented amount of pressure on water and on fish. It means for commercial fishing there is less and less uncertainty and there are less and less imponderables. The fish don't stand much chance to escape a modern factory ship. For artisanal and subsistence fishing, high-tech might in some cases be a blessing. But by and large, I think that small fishing communities are actually bearing the brunt of the pressure on what is, after all, our most valuable resource: water and fish. This here is an act of sheer desperation. For recreational fishing, things have changed too. These days, some fishermen look like astronauts in the pursuit of fish. And next thing you know, artificial intelligence is going to fish for you. Still, some uncertainty and some imponderables remain. Let's go back to this definition business. Some of you might think this is carrying coals to Newcastle, because the FAO, that is the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, the FAO has actually defined fishing. Here is their take on recreational fishing.
Recreational fishing is defined as fishing of aquatic animals, mainly fish, that do not constitute the individual's primary resource to meet basic nutritional needs and are not generally sold or otherwise traded on export, domestic or black markets.
Now, that's quite a handful. Please note that this definition is exclusively focused on the result, on what happens with the catch. There is no mention of the activity of how the catch got there where it is. But the activity is essential part of fishing, and it is that part on which, for example, animal rights is focused on, or fish welfare concerns are focused on. So, for our purposes, the FAO definition is not precise enough. However, if we add the FAO definition to our narrow definition of fishing, then we almost get the full picture. And almost because of the unprecedented pressure. The unprecedented pressure is an unprecedented challenge, and that challenge requires an unprecedented response. So, what is that response? In the explanations of its definition, the FAO states that fisheries, that is policies and management of fisheries, should aim or must aim at sustainability. Remember, we're talking recreational fisheries now, and for the recreational fisher, sustainability means it is not fishing unless it involves a fish-friendly investment. And by investment, I mean anything from money to voluntary work, anything that contributes to sustainability. It is not fishing unless it involves a fish-friendly investment. And although more complex, the same goes for subsistence, artisanal and commercial fishing. It's not fishing unless it involves a fish-friendly investment. 200 years ago, the environment, water and fish could still absorb the pressure. Such is not the case anymore. So, if there is no fish-friendly investment, fishing is self-destructive. So, for the purposes of this little series, here it is, the definition of fishing.
Fishing is the intention and attempt to locate, pursue and catch wild or free-living fish. However, it is not fishing unless it involves a fish-friendly investment that contributes to sustainability.
Well, there's nothing really new in this, but the merit of this definition is that it covers the activity, the result, and the desired outcome. And the desired outcome is sustainability. It also points to the obligation of the actors to contribute to a positive outcome. So that's it for today. In my next video, I will come back to the main theme of this series, which is what is good for fish is good for people. And I hope to see you then. Cheers!